The code that took us to the moon wasn't as cold and mechanical as you might think. Hidden inside, you can find jokes, emotions, and even a bit of desperation. The Apollo software was written in the 1960s at MIT's Instrumentation Lab, today known as Draper. It was built by young engineers, many led by Margaret Hamilton. All of it was written in assembly for the Apollo guidance computer, a machine with less power than a modern smartwatch, but capable of landing humans on the moon. Half a century later, the Apollo code lives on, preserved and open for anyone to read on GitHub. One of the most critical routines, controlling engine ignition, is called Burn Baby Burn, Master Ignition Routine. It handled the countdown to engine start in the lunar module, both when firing the descent propulsion system for landing and the ascent propulsion system to launch back from the moon's surface. Where did the name come from? It wasn't random. It came from the famous catchphrase of DJ Magnificent Montague, who shouted "Burn, baby, burn" on the radio when spinning the hottest new records. The MIT programmers jokingly wove that slogan into the very code that decided the astronauts' fate. In the landing guidance code, programmer Alan Klump left a comment. Temporary, I hope, hope, hope. He had inserted a quick fix, a routine called stop rate, to prevent the spacecraft from tumbling. He knew it was a hack and literally begged in the comment that it would only be temporary, yet that code flew to the moon and worked. Another section starts with the heading, Trashy Little Subroutines. These were tiny pieces of glue code, little engineering hacks that flipped flags, switched memory banks, preloaded registers, and then jumped straight into the main guidance interpreter. Routines like AntPredX and TDISP set weren't elegant. They did several side effects at once, but they saved processor cycles and guaranteed timing. In a 1 MHz real-time computer with only 4 KB of RAM, clean code wasn't always an option. Predictable and fast was. The programmers themselves admitted these were small, ugly bits of code, but they got the job done. And that's the reality of programming. Sometimes the so-called trashy code is what actually saves the mission. The Apollo code is more than just technology. It's a human story. Humor, stress, and hope written right into the assembly language that carried people to the moon. Want more cosmic tech facts? Hit subscribe, because this code still has plenty of secrets to share.